Chapter 5 is called Smash Sticks on Ice. The Friar's Day fete took place every year on Friar's Day Eve, which was the Viking holiday celebrating the ending of winter and the coming of spring. This year, the fete was being held on the middle of the frozen sea in Hooligan Harbour. It was strange to think that only 6 months before the harbour had been filled with a grey, surly ocean. Now there were red and white stripy tents, pitched higgledy-piggledy all over the ice. Roaring fires burned high, grinning semi-spotted snowpeckers for the Vikings to munch on as they wandered around stalls selling octopus lollipops or listened to storytellers telling stories. There was a big pitch marked out for the Smash Sticks on Ice competitions. Smash Sticks on Ice was a very rough and complicated game played with bats, balls and ice skates. Nobody was quite sure of the rules, which meant that people tended to make them up as they went along. And then anybody who complained would start a fight. This is the programme of events here. You've got the programme of events here. 10 o'clock, the Young Heroes Smash Sticks on Ice competition in the frozen harbour. No rules, no quarter giving, no survivors, no limits. Then there's snow wrestling. Can Big Booby Bertha be the all-in snow wrestling champion for the 3rd year in a row? Have a go at the frozen lucky dip. We have frozen 500 everyday objects into 500 identical lumps of ice. Can you guess what they are? And take something useful home. Okay. The Young Heroes were supposed to go fast at first. I love this is Big Booby Bertha in holiday mood. She's got some big glasses of beer there. Followed later on by the adult warriors. They would be playing against another tribe, the Bog Burglars, who had been invited over to join in the celebrations for the day. The Bog Burglars were a tribe of fearsome female warriors who lived on an island some way to the west. Their chief, Big Booby Bertha, stood nearby, gulping down mugs of beer and scratching her chin stubble. Her daughter, Kamikaze, a very small girl with a swagger and the tangliest hair in the inner aisles, was practising swinging her smash stick. Kamikaze was a friend of Hiccup's, and he wandered over to ask her if she had seen fish legs that morning. "Nope," said Kamikaze cheerily, "but I hope you hooligan boys are feeling lucky. Us bog burglars are going to murder you weedy little boys in the Smash Sticks competition. I bet you hooligans are hopeless at it. Apart from you, of course, Hiccup," she added. Hiccup had a great admiration for Hiccup ever since he had rescued her from being eaten by shark worms in Fort Sinister. That's in the previous book. Snot happened to be skating past at that moment and he nearly fell over. He laughed so much at this. "Hiccup," jeered Snot, "Hiccup will get as many goals as he shot semi-spotted snowpeckers yesterday. I shot more than 200. How many did you shoot again, Hiccup?" "What was it? None?" Hiccup blushed. Kamikaze looked very surprised. "Pa, the Young Heroes Smash Sticks on Ice competition is about. Smash Sticks on Ice match is about to begin. Please could both teams make their way to the pitch," shouted Gobber, the belch from the centre of the ice. Gobber had changed into his shortest shorts to be the referee. The Bog Burglars, apart from Kamikaze, of course, were big, tough, mean-looking girls with wonky plaques, broken noses and thighs like tree trunks. Fishleg staggered onto the pitch at the last minute. He looked even more terrible than the last time that Hiccup had seen him look. Poor Fishlegs. He's looking miserable, drooping over his stick. He was seizing and shivering hard, and he could hardly stand and was using his smash stick to hold himself up. He had put his ice skate on the wrong feet. Hiccup put up his hand to try and get Gobber's attention. "Sir, I don't think Fishlegs is feeling well." "Nonsense!" roared Gobber. "Gobber, Vikings don't get sick. Flu is for softies, colds are for babies, plagues are for girlies. I've never had a day's sickness in my life, not even a sore throat. I don't want to hear another word." Hiccup and Fishlegs skated out onto the pitch, Hiccup supporting Fishlegs, who could hardly put one skate in front of the other. "You ought to go home," worried Hiccup. "You look awful." Fishlegs laughed sarcastically. "Didn't you hear, Gobber? Vikings don't get sick. I'm not ill. I'm shivering with excitement. Oh, to be out here on this bitingly cold day." Gobber blew the whistle, threw the puck into the Smash Stick scrum, and all hell broke loose. That's Kamikaze shooting goal. 10 boys and girls fell on top of each other in an untidy, hairy mess, plonking each other on the head with their wooden sticks. Within 2 minutes, Waterhound, Clueless, Love Thug and Deadly Doris were laying stretched out on the ice, and Kamikaze had somehow broken free of the scrum and was skating towards Hiccup and Fishlegs at breakneck speed. Fishlegs moved in to tackle her, and she pulled his helmet over his eyes so he couldn't see anything before skillfully shooting the puck between the goal posts. And as the bog burglars merrily cried out, "Goal!" an extraordinary change came over Hiccup. Fishlegs. He tore off his helmet and he snorted like a bull about to charge. "Uh-oh," said Hiccup. He had seen that look somewhere before. "Now, hang on a second, Fishlegs. Don't do anything rash." Don't forget, Fishlegs is a berserk. Fishlegs. "Foul!" bellowed Fishlegs. Fishlegs skated towards the gigantic figure of the referee, Gobber the Belch, like a crab slipping on soap. "Gobber, you big stupid barbarian baboon! Are you blind? She fouled me!" Gobber started as surprised as if a small pink prawn on a plate had suddenly leapt up and bit him. "What did you say, Fishlegs?" roared Gobber in astonishment. "Something wrong with your ears as well as your eyes!" screamed Fishlegs. "I've met sheep more intelligent than you are. I've met jellyfish who could outplay you in a game of chess." Gobber swelled up like a balloon about to explode. "I'll deal with this, Belch," yelled Stoat the Vast, skating ponderously over to this extraordinary scene. Stoat the Vast looked down at Fishlegs from his gigantic height of 6.5 feet. "Young man," he roared, "your chieftain is speaking. To you, this is a special occasion. There are bog burglars present." Stoat pointed to the bog burglars, who were killing themselves laughing. Fishlegs was silent for a second, looking up at his chieftain, and then, "Fatty!" shouted Fishlegs. Stoat the Vast stared. "Lordy mum!" shouted Fishlegs. "Who's been having too many second helpings, Chief Greedy Guts and the Jelly Bellies?" Stoat the Vast turned as red as a lobster. "How dare you talk to your chief in this rude and impertinent manner?" Fishlegs opened up his mouth to scream some more insult, but Hiccup interrupted. "He's not well, Father," whispered Hiccup urgently. "I think the berserk thingy has gone wrong. Please, Father, I'll take him home. He's not well." "Take him home then," growled Hiccup. "But I'm warning you, son, that boy isn't fit to be a hooligan, let alone a friend to the son of a chief." At first, Fishlegs didn't want to be dragged away, but while he was struggling, he fell over, and the cold shock of landing in the snow brought him back to his senses again. Hiccup was really worried now, and he decided to take Fishlegs to Old Wrinkly to see whether he knew what was wrong. And the next chapter is called What Old Wrinkly Said.